Hi there, VC. It's Steve Whitty here. It's the weekend, bank holiday weekend, so I've got Monday off. The sun is shining, it's peering through the clouds, so hopefully it'll be a positive one, though. I do think it might rain. Um, Walsall are playing away to Rochdale, so come on, you saddlers, stay on beat for the start of the season. Um, this video is, I'm going to show you some of the CDs I've been listening to recently. So, without further ado, I've got a fair few to show. So here we go. So first up, this is KD Lang's Iguane, I think is how you pronounce it. This is probably her best known album. On here you've got Miss Chatelaine and Constant Craving. Certainly brought my attention to her. It's amazing that I've never had this album until recently. So yeah, pleased to listen to that. Next up, this is Granddaddy, and this is the Supper for Slump. I hope I'm pronouncing this right, otherwise I'll have to start again and put my teeth back in. I'm aware of Granddaddy probably in the early 2000s. So I quite enjoyed their music. So yeah, I was happy to give that a listen. This is Hurricane Number One. This is their album Only Strongest Will Survive. Now, Hurricane Number One formed when I think it's Andy Bell left them Ride. This is before he joined Oasis. Is it Andy Bell? I can never remember. Yeah, it is Andy Bell. He moved from bass from Ride into playing guitar. It's very much indie of its time. Never really. I don't think they had a following, but never really mounted to success. And I think he was quite happy to sort of like put the band on hold when the offer to come and play bass for Oasis came through. It's slightly different. Faithless. This is their Sunday 8 p.m. album. Yeah, really, I'd say good album. So enjoyed listening to that. Try and make it different. Best of the Move. I've probably already discussed on a past videos how I feel about the Move. Probably one of the best bands ever come out of Birmingham. There we go. It's a music club edition, so it's a cheap. Sold as a cheap CD. Blackberry Way opens with you know. I Can Hear the Grass Grow, which, as I've said previously, is probably my top 10 tracks of all time. Fire Brigade, Night of Fear, Brontosaurus, Flowers in the Rain, and there's a live version that closes it of The Byrds, Do You Want to Be a Rock and Roll Star? So yeah, great CD. Something a bit more contemporary. This is MGMT. Or Spectacular. Well, I don't know, just put the title. I think I enjoyed it when they first came out. So yeah, I brought it when it came out, and just got back to it again. Just fancied it, was in the mood to have a listen to that. Another artist that I'm particularly fond of, it's John Mellencamp. This is Cutting Heads, the CD. This album came out in 2006, I think. An artist that came out and got a lot of initial praise, Jake Bugg. This is his debut album. So you've got Taste It, which is probably his best known song. Country song, Two Fingers. You've read from the Hype Sticker. But you're a young songwriter, guitar songwriter from Nottingham. That was his breakthrough album. And then his follow-up was Shangri-La. This was produced by Rick Rubin. This came out to mixed reception. And I think his career's plodded on. He still sells records. Did an acoustic album not so long back. In fact, he's playing a free. I think it's next week. He's headlining sort of like a free family festival organised by Coventry City Council. So he's organising one of the dates. Another band, Bombay Bicycle Club, very popular in the UK. Last album went to #1. This is the album called So Long, See You Tomorrow. Very like you could like indie pop. It's really worth checking out. They're on a bit of a hiatus at the moment. They haven't recorded anything since I think about 2014. So yeah, worth. CD single I found recently. It's Blue Nile. I Would Never. Just one a great band. Paul Buchanan. It's one of the great voices. Corinne Bailey Rae. It's a self-titled debut. This was very popular when it first came out, 2007, 2008. Yeah, it was a really soulful voice. Had a bit of tragedy in her life. Just after this came out, or was it after the second album came out? Her husband was found dead of an overdose. So she has recorded since, but she's not the most prolific of artists. Somewhat Bryan Adams, 18 Till I Die, again another artist I thought I'd go back and have a little bit of a listen to. I actually quite enjoyed parts of this album. It's very formulaic, sort of like the look might be different, but it's still, you've got your rocky songs and you've got your ballads. It's something for everybody there. Dr. Dre 2001, which was his follow-up to The Chronic. I'd take it or leave it, to be quite honest. With rap, I mean, I enjoyed The Chronic. I enjoy this. Sometimes some of the lyrics in this makes me sort of wince, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Along the same vein, we've got Dizzee Rascal, and this is his Maths and English album. Probably his most successful album. It's got, I think, what's it got on here? Sirens, Paranoid. Again, some of the language, some of the lyrics that come out, they do win. Maybe I'm a bit of a prude. I'm getting a bit of a prude in the old age. I don't know. But hey, it's enjoyable all the same. Then moving on. This is Duran Duran, the wedding album. This sort of signified a comeback for them when it came out in 1993, and that was on the back of Ordinary World, which is such a great song. And yeah, I think it kick-started their careers again. I think like all bands that went through a bit of a lull in the 80s, they come back and they were sort of plodding along, and they sort of. So this came out, and I think it just really did their. It was just what they needed their career at the time. And flushed with that, and I think John Bellamy would be pleased. I played, dug out my old copy of Decade, Duran Duran's Greatest Hits, which is, as it says, it's got everything pretty much on that. So it takes you back to to my teens and early 20s, where I was absolutely telling everyone how much I hated them, because it girl, for the band for the girls, and secretly I actually was enjoying their music. Oh, that's better. And then moving on, I decided, time had passed since Marky Smith had passed away, so I thought I'd have a bit of a Fall, listen to the Fall. So here's the Are You Missing Winter? Are You Missing Winter? That's how they pronounce it. Answer no. Perverted by Language. "2G+2. Your Future, Our Clutter. And then this best of, which is best of their Rough Trade stuff, Totally Wired. Yeah, great. I actually enjoyed listening to that. It's just getting a chance to listen to Fall. what I've got 4Ys hardly touches the total output, and I suppose if I see it, I'll pick it up. Especially as Marky Smith's gone, and we're not going to, we'll never see he's like again. Let's be honest, bit of a one-off. It is fair to say. And then final batch of CDs. Florence and the Machine. This is Ceremonials. I'd say I brought this at the time. I was too lazy to take the price sticker off. I enjoyed it. So she's one of those artists that if I'm in the mood to listen to, I'll do. I was actually shocked. I found this in the charity shop for $1.99, and it had never come out. So I've unsealed it, so to speak. This is Peter Gabriel's hit, Best Of. I'm just reading it because I see track 12, Biko. So it's just the single album, but it's got everything that's on it. The version of Here Comes the Flood is the version that appears on the Shaking the Tree compilation. But yeah, it's got everything that you expect on it. It's a good listen. Thought I'd rediscover this, the Gaslight Anthem 59 sound. I know they've been touring, playing that in full recently. It's a great stonky album. And then finally in the CDs, this is something I found for a few pennies in a charity shop. This is Emmylou Harris, and this is the Ballad of Sally Rose, which is a bit sort of a concept album. It's only about 35 minutes long. It's actually, she's got one of the great voices. It's just a sweet sounding album. Written and produced with her then husband Paul Kennelly, who was a Brit. It's a good. I enjoyed listening to that. So there you go, VC. Those were the last lot of CDs I've been listening to. I'm probably going to take advantage of the next couple of days. Days off to probably record a couple more videos. I've not got much planned. So I say while the sun was sharp poking through, it's now gone back behind the clouds. I think the weather's going to be a bit amiss. And to be honest, I just want to have a bit of a... I've got quite a bit of music I've got to listen to anyhow, so I'm just going to do that over the weekend. Anyhow, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, click on the subscribe button. So a few more people have done, so thank you. And thank you to all those people that watch and comment. Thumbs up, thumbs down, like the interaction. And again, if you want to comment, feel free, and I'll get back to you. Always try to reply. So, VC, enjoy what you got planned for your Saturday. Enjoy. I imagine most of you are going to go out to on the vinyl hunt. So I hope you get what you're looking for today. So until next time, take care of yourselves, keep spinning, more importantly, keep smiling.